I really believe that privacy is power, and what people don't know, they can't ruin. Let your results and your life speak for itself. When trees grow, you don't hear them talking. They grow quietly. This is why I believe that you should manifest quietly. You should work on your goals quietly. You should get into a relationship quietly. Not everyone needs to know everything about you, especially the things that are intimate and fragile to your life. What people don't know, they can't get in the way of.
Let your private life stay private. Protect your peace. Sharing can silently destroy your peace, family, marriage, and even your career. Don't show off your happy marriage on social media. Don't post your children's achievements for the world to see. Don't flaunt your expensive lifestyle online. Social media is the devil's eyes, ears, and mouth. Don't fall into the devil's trap. Here's the truth. Not everyone who sees your success is happy for you. Many nice comments are fake, filled with jealousy behind the scene. You are unknowingly inviting evil eye onto yourself and your family. You are attracting silent haters and envious people into your life. You don't know who is saving your pictures, stalking your updates, or plotting silently. Live quietly, win loudly.
I want to know 3 things that you should keep to yourself. Number 1, your business. Some of y'all are supreme motor mouths. Y'all talk way too much. Learn to keep certain things to yourself. Evil eye is real. People being jealous of you is real. People watching you and wanting what you have is real. To learn to zip it up. For safety reasons, I would find 1 to 3 people who you trust, who you really locked in with, who you can tell stuff to, and outside the scope of like those 3 people, keep it to yourself. Stop telling people how much money you spend. I've noticed that there's a lot of people who like to pocket watch. They like to watch how much money you're spending, and that's kind of a little weird, not gonna lie. So yeah, just be very mindful of who you're telling what you do, what you spend, because I'm telling you, people, they watch, they listen, they take notes, and then they tell other people your business. The last one is going to be to stop telling people your goals and your aspirations. Maybe this is just a me thing, but I just don't really feel like you need to be announcing your every single goal and your every single move to everybody. I personally like to wait until the goal has come into fruition, because you just never know. You never know who has evil eye. You never know what people are saying, what people are doing. And it's just like certain things just need to be kept close to your chest until they are ready for the world to know. People don't need to know that you want to get a new job, that you want to save a certain amount of money, that you want to lose a bunch of weight, that you want to glow up, that you want to do this, that, and the third. Like, no. Do it, and people can find out when they see you doing it. That's how they get notified.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you don't need to tell everybody around you all of the good things that are happening to you in that moment. You don't need to tell everybody your next big move. You don't need to tell everybody what's going on in your private life, in your marriage life. We need to understand that not everybody wants the best for us. And nowadays, people are so good at faking their friendship, at faking their love for you. It's scary. And even then, most people, they want to see you well. They want to see you doing well, but not doing better than they are. So just keep your guards up, something to think about, and yeah, keep your life private, because this world is scary.
A private life is the best life. Notice I didn't say secret. I said a private life. Everybody do not need to know your motherfucking business. The people that need to know. And sometimes the people is nobody. Everybody don't need to know your goddamn business. 1, you don't need all that weird ass energy when you're trying to grow and focus and heal and move forward. You don't need nobody coming in with no bullshit that was truly unnecessary and could have been prevented if you had kept your business to yourself. This is not for the people that seek and desire validation, because a simple tip like this will never work. You may need to go post it and make an announcement and do all this shit so you can feel better about yourself. I'm talking to the people that understand that keeping your business to yourself is the best motherfucking thing going. I don't know where y'all from, but over here, my circle's so small, it might as well be a dot. I don't give a damn. I'm drama free. I ain't got shit going on. I got nobody disturbing my peace. Because you ever wonder why your private friends, you never hear about no drama. You never hear about no bullshit. It's probably always good vibes and good energy whenever you do talk to them most of the time. And that's it. And they going about their business because they taking care of their shit on the back end, on their own time, not dragging you into all their bullshit, because that's how we move.
Let me tell you something they don't put in self-help books. Having a private life is low-key elite behavior. Like elite. Top tier. Invite only, velvet rope.
There is just something so powerful in a private life that makes me never want to live any other life. And let's get into specifics here because there was just something that I watched and it just sparked up a lot of conversation in my head. And I was like, I got to speak on it. There are two major reasons why I say that you should not overshare your problems or any negative thing you have going on in your life. We know how important it is to keep the positive things to ourselves, but I don't think people realize how important it is to also keep the negative to yourself too. Sometimes when we're going through bad things in our life or a rocky moment, the first thing we want to do is run to somebody and tell them about the situations or the problems that we have going on. But little do we know is that people prey on those things too. And I don't mean like pray like I'm praying P-R-A-Y. I mean like P-R-E-Y, meaning like people are looking for your downfall. And when it happens, they're clapping loudly. Sometimes people can't defeat the positive things that are going on in your life because what's for you is for you. They can't take that away. But when they see that something bad happens to them, is like, hallelujah, finally something bad happened to this person. Sometimes it could literally be the person right next to you that is literally preying on your downfall, but you can't see it that way because your heart's not built to think that somebody would really do you like that. When you got stuff going on in your relationship, it's okay to be quiet about it. It's okay for you to feel your feelings and not feel like you have to tell every single person what's going on in your relationship or post about it and say, I'm never going back with this dude or I'm never going back with this girl. You know why? Because when you do decide to go back to this person, because, hey, it happens, the person who acts like they didn't go back to somebody that they knew they shouldn't be going back to is a liar. Everybody is talking about you and you don't need that. Now we're faced with unsolicited opinions from people who probably don't even have relationships themselves, who probably have multiple failed relationships. But it's that one moment where they saw you do bad that they feel like they know more than you know, or they've been through more than you've been through, or they could school you on your problems. My husband and I personally, when we have our issues, we go through it with one another. It is nothing for social media to see. It is nothing for our friends to know about. It's nothing for our family to know about. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's him and I, and we need to fix this. I don't need the world to help us fix this or to watch us fix it either. We will literally go mute to the world until we can figure out whatever our issue is and we can move past it. And I'd rather it that way because I really don't need everybody else's opinion. For what? For me to get mad at it in the end and say, why would you say that about me? Or why would you have that opinion on me? Or I don't need your opinion. It's my fault if I open the door. So I say all this to say, the same way you keep the positive things to yourself because you want to see it blossom and you want to see yourself succeed, do the same thing with the negative things that are going on in your life. Keep it to yourself until you can figure out how to fix your issue. Because when you open that door to the public to show the world that you are down bad right now, not everybody wants to see you come out of that. And you need to realize that. So keep it to yourself. Figure out your problems. Handle the stuff that you need to handle. And if you feel like you can confide in somebody, make sure you trust that person. But if not, handle yours. Because not everybody wants to see you come out of the mud. I can promise you.
So we're not going to talk about the biggest flex are the things that people can't see. And one of them is privacy. When no one can pinpoint where you're currently at, where you're going, where you've been, they can't pinpoint your lows or your highs. They can't pinpoint where you are financially, physically, spiritually, mentally. When people don't know the bag that you just got, the abundance that you're currently surrounded by, the healthy relationship that you're in, when everything is healthy around you, keep that to yourself. And that is the quickest way to just mental bliss.
The more that I mature, the more that I understand why you have to keep your life private, especially your romantic life. People will try to pry into your business to try to figure out who you dating. Are you single? Are you engaged? Are you married? Everyone doesn't have good intentions. They may come around you smiling, happy, kikiing, but they waiting for you to slip up. They waiting for you to tell your business. They trying to slip through the cracks to see what's going on. And Lord, don't be pretty. Don't be smart. Don't be intelligent. Don't be on your shit. They trying to find that crack. That's why I love the fact that you don't know what's going on in my life. You don't know if I'm single. You don't know if I'm engaged. You don't know if I'm married. You don't know what's going on. And it's none of your business. Because those that know, they know. And the ones that don't, they don't. So yeah, keep your business to yourself. Keep your business to yourself. And keep your business to yourself.
There is something deeply satisfying about people looking at you and having absolutely no clue what you're up to. They know you're alive. That's it. No DLC, no behind-the-scenes footage, no bonus content. And honestly, that mystery is delicious. Privacy feels like being quiet in class while secretly passing notes, building an empire, and planning a field trip your teacher doesn't even know exists. When folks look at you, you're just chilling. But the moment they look away, oh, you're moving, strategizing, leveling up, side quests completed. And the more grown you get, the more you realize privacy isn't secrecy, it's protection, especially when it comes to your love life. Because why does everyone suddenly turn into the FBI when you're happy? Are you single? So who you talking to? Wait, is that serious? Relax. Clock out, you are not on payroll.
Benefits of keeping your life private. The less you share about your life, the less likely people are to pry into your business. The less you share about your life, the less you'll worry about what other people think about your life decision. The less you share about your life, the less you'll need other people's approval to do what feels right to you. The less you share about your life, the more peace it'll bring, less drama, less toxic energy, and that will give you more time for yourself. The less you share about your life, the less susceptible you'll be to fake friends who you cannot trust with your personal things. The less you share about your life, the easier it will be to pursue your goals because you're willing to walk alone. The less you share about your life, the more private you will be, and that will actually help you to connect with others more deeply. The less you share about your life, the more you realize that people come and go. You'll learn to be alone without feeling lonely. The less you share about your life, the more people will want to know. The less you share about your life, the more you'll realize that people just want from you what you can offer them, and they don't care about you personally. The less you share about your life, the less of an explanation you will have to give anyone about your personal life. The less you share about your life, the more privately you will live, and you will avoid attracting negative energy. Not everyone is your friend. The less you share about your life, the more you'll realize and learn that when it's time to spend time with others and when it's time to just be alone. The less you share about your life and the more you create things privately, people won't know what to criticize. The real strength is being private, staying low-key, and not sharing too much about your life.
Stay away from those people who always feel like they need a front class ticket to the things that's going on in your life. You got to cut those people out of your life. Let me tell you, the people that always want to know what you're up to, what's next, and what you about to do next, and how can they just want to know the insides of your life, but when something is going on with them, it's crickets. You never hear anything when it comes down to what they're doing or what's next for them. Those people are haters. They're jealous. They don't want to see you succeed. And if by any means necessary, whatever they can put out into the world, into the universe, and to put bad things on you, they surely will, because you've told them everything. Even the people that you feel like are the closest to you, you have to watch it. That's where you really have to use your discernment and say to yourself, you know what? Can I trust this person with this said information? And if you get any inkling when you get around them and you forget what you were going to tell them, that's the reassurance right there that you didn't need to tell them anything that's going on with you. Keep things to yourself. When you keep things to yourself, negativity can't attack it. It doesn't mean those things won't happen for you, but sometimes the Lord can delay those things because you've been attached to the wrong people, because the wrong people cannot go with your assignment. And I don't care what nobody says. You are not obligated to tell every person what's going on in your life, who you're dating, who you're talking to, where you at, where you're going to be at, where you sleeping, what's next for you in 5 years, what's next for you in 10 years. Nobody needs to know that information. Okay? What's next for you in your business proposal, your business plans? What are you thinking about moving to? Nobody needs to know that. Keep it to yourself. If you don't ask them for their help or for their advice, you don't need their unsolicited advice. Okay? And people need to understand their boundaries, and people need to understand where they're standing.
Not everybody asking questions is rooting for you. Some folks smile just to see where the cracks are. They're not curious, they're scouting. And don't let you be doing well. Don't let you be attractive, focused, and minding your business. That's when the inspection begins. That's why peace loves privacy. The people who need to know, they know. Everybody else, they don't, and they'll survive. And let's talk about those folks who always want a front row seat to your life, but never offer one update about theirs. They want your plans, your moves, your timeline. Meanwhile, their life is on airplane mode. That's not concern, that's surveillance. Real talk, if you ever open your mouth to tell someone something important and suddenly forget what you were about to say, that's not random. That's discernment tapping you on the shoulder like, yeah, maybe not. You are not obligated to announce your next move, your next relationship, your next dollar, or your next destination, especially if you didn't ask for help, advice, or commentary.
5 things that you must keep private. Do you want peace of mind? My friend, I want to give you some things which are going to give you exact thing which is called peace of mind. Number 1, your income. All right? Understand, nobody needs to know how much you really make. If you tell people how much you make, you start flexing on them, then my friend, they are going to eat you up. Even your family members. Why do you think people who are in the diaspora and other places, they are crying every day, oh, Keith, I don't know what is going on. I'm supporting this and that. And the people you're sending them money, their problems never end. Why? Because you keep on telling them all your promotions. I've just been promoted. I have this, I have that. Then, if you don't keep your income issues private, they will eat you up. And remember, if you die today, they will still eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their life is not held by you. It is held by yourself, all right? It's not held by them, but by yourself. So keep your income private. Number 2, you need to keep your next move private, all right? Next move. Think about this. You need to move in silence. Let people see the success and not the strategy. If they see the strategy, you tell them, this is what I'm going to do, and then I do this, and then I do this. They're going to gang up, and you will never get there. They're going to discourage you. They're going to show you why it never works. And even that business, that idea that you have, it will never work. So keep your next move private. Number 3, your weaknesses. You go out there telling people, oh, I'm weak in this, I'm weak in that. People are going to use your weaknesses against you, right? So not everybody deserves to know your failures, deserves to know what you're going through. Just pinpoint the people that you can talk to, the people that you can talk to. And if you pinpoint, this is the person that I can tell him my problems and not any other person, then you're going to have peace of mind. So don't tell your weaknesses to everybody. Number 4, your biggest goals. What are the goals, your major things, your major turnovers of your life do you have? You need to talk less, just work more. Big dreams attract small minds, and they attract hate and jealousy. So stay away from telling people your biggest goals if you want to survive and if you want to have peace of mind. And the final thing is your family problems. There are people who go out there and they start saying, oh, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. When you bring out your family problems, your issues, your very things which are eating you up, and you're just throwing it out there to everybody, then there is a problem. Family matters stay within. And publicizing them brings unnecessary drama. And if you want to understand this is true, just go to these, have you ever seen in these extended family setups and you start talking about how our family, we are having an issue with this land or having an issue with that. My friend, they use it against you. And long story short, even that land, you'll never see it. It will go out with someone else. The moment they know the man and the wife are fighting, or the children and they are fighting, my friend, somebody else will come and grab what was remaining. So your family problems, keep them within and only talk to trusted parties and people who can actually go there and stand with you, and people who have known and proven their characters. Otherwise, keep your things to yourself. And if you do this, my friends, you're going to have peace of mind, all right? And if you need some more insight, some more knowledge about what you need to do about your life and to transform yourself to the better version of yourself, talk to me. Go to my website, keithmoki.com. There's a link on my profile bio. And there you can be able to speak to me in person on WhatsApp. Or as well, you can book a session with me or even join our one-on-one inner circle membership. And in this membership group that we have, we talk to people and help them become better and great. And there you'll also meet other great minds, just like you or maybe somebody else, all right? And you'll be able to be transformed as well. Have a good time and stay safe.
If you do not keep your life private, you will ruin your life. I see too many young people making the mistakes of showing absolutely everything about their life on social media. Just for clarity, they want to impress people, but here's why it's going to ruin you. The amount of evil eye that you're going to get, certain things are going to go wrong in your life if you believe that you need to show absolutely everything. A private life is a happy life. You can choose what you need to post on social media. Just like me, for example, I post my content, I preach to others, I help people, I coach people. That's what I produce. But I'm not here showing absolutely everything. You guys don't know what goes on in my day-to-day basis. And that's how it should be. Stop showing every single thing that goes on in your life. Choose what you want to show, but be very careful as well. Common one is relationships. Everyone shows their relationships ins and out online. What are you doing? Why are you showing what goes on that should be kept behind doors online for everyone to see? It's just going to make things worse. So look, if you're buying that new car, if you're buying that house, if you're getting married, if you're starting a business, keep it quiet. Let the action do the talking. Stop talking. Stop telling everyone. Keep it to yourself, man.
Because here's the part nobody wants to admit. Some delays in life aren't because you're off track. They're because the wrong people have access. Not everyone can go where you're going, and that's okay. Social media made people think everything needs to be documented in real time. The food, the feelings, the flights, the fights, the makeup, the meltdowns. Like, are we living or live streaming? Privacy brings safety. Privacy brings peace. Privacy keeps you from explaining things that never needed an audience in the first place. When you don't overshare, you don't owe explanations. No think pieces, no clarifications, no let me clear the air posts. Your silence handles it. Move quietly, build quietly, love quietly. And when it's done, when it's solid, when it's undeniable, then, and only then, let success introduce itself. Until then, enjoy the game. Because a private life isn't boring, it's undefeated.